So I always wanted to go pro. There was just one problem. I play zero build. So for the next 7 days, I will be playing nothing but builds to answer the question, can you get good at a game in just 7 days? At the end of the video, I'll even be playing a scrim to test out what I have learned. Day 1 started with me finding a map by vibing Javon that teaches you building. I got comfortable with placing builds and editing them, and here are the results of day 1. Overall, I feel like it was pretty good progress, as I also had to make new keybinds and change some settings for faster editing. On day 2, after warming up, I did some box fights, and I have found my playstyle. I just shoot them before they can shoot me. Now this may sound weird, but my zero build aim carried me. I just waited for them to edit, and either moved away from the peak or just shot them. The main problem the other players realized I had was that I needed to, well, build. I didn't really build, because I was so used to playing zero build, and this is why in day 3 I played some piece control fights. I did 2 versus 2 so I could play with my friends. They said I could go win FNCS if I wanted to. But I never seemed to win if I was recording. I was on a 3-win streak when I realized I forgot to record. Then, guess what? I lost the match. All that zero build confidence I had, and all the strategies of dealing with combat anxiety didn't work as well, considering that people were now less predictable because of building and editing. That means that I was going to have to rebuild my confidence, and I made up a plan. Ranked reload. So, on day 4, I did my first ever ranked game that wasn't a zero build game mode. But before that, I warmed up by playing some duos first. And to practice a new thing, I discovered roles, support, IGL, and fragger. I wanted to be an IGL, and in this game, I did my best to help my teammate. I was still the better fighter since this was a random kid who invited me for some reason, who I decided to play the match with, but he had been playing for 8 years. Meanwhile, I had been playing for 4 days. Either I'm a prodigy or he's a bot. And yeah, he's a bot. I used my IGL skills to help him survive until there were only 2 players remaining, and I told him to rush. Did I expect him to not do a right-hand peek? Yes, but had I told him to? So I came to the realization that if I wanted to be a IGL, I would have to make way more detailed calls and survive longer. And for the ranked game, I got bronze. This was to see where I am, so on day 6 I could start W-keying everyone in the lobby around my skill level. But before that, I used day 5 to work on building during fights as my main instinct is to shoot back. I was so used to not building that I basically forgot it existed. At this point, I started feeling like all the work I put into building is slowly paying off. All that work to learn the basic builds and edits were slowly showing in my gameplay. I now sometimes build a wall to block off a shot, instead of just shooting back. I still got cooked though, but for me that's good. This is the same thing I did in zero build to improve. I kept being destroyed and laughed at, and it forced me to play smarter, since I can't beat them using my aim and mechanics. On day 6, all the ranks reset. I've known this after the match, placing bronze 1. I was W-keying players out of my skill level since everyone was unranked. After that, I stopped playing. On day 7, I took a break, something I always did in zero builds, giving my mind a reset, and I would always come back stronger and better. And I, or should I say we, got better. So we got 260. I am really proud of what I have done in 7 days, and I will be staying with builds. If you want to join my 35 subscribers, please do. It'll make my day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.